Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy English Ears. Today, we're really happy you're here because this lesson is all about travel. If you've ever felt excited about traveling but also a little nervous about using English, this episode is for you.
Yeah, travel is one of those situations where English suddenly feels very real. You're at an airport, or in a hotel, or on a train, and you can't pause the conversation. People are speaking fast, there's noise around you, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed.
Exactly. And that's why today we're not trying to teach perfect English, we're focusing on practical English, simple phrases that help you move from one place to the next without stress.
And we'll take our time. This is more like a relaxed conversation, not a test. So if you're listening, feel free to pause, repeat, or just listen and get comfortable with the sound of the language.
Let's start at the very beginning of a trip, the airport. For many learners, this is the most stressful place to use English.
Totally. Airports are busy, loud, and full of announcements. But the good news is, the conversations are very predictable. You hear the same questions again and again.
One of the first places you'll use English is at the check-in counter. The staff member will usually greet you politely and ask for your passport. They might say, "May I see your passport, please?" You don't need a long answer here. You can simply say, "Here you go."
And that short answer is completely natural. A lot of learners worry they sound rude, but short answers are normal in travel situations. People just want to move things along smoothly.
After that, they'll often ask where you're flying. Something like, "Where are you flying today?" You can answer with a very simple sentence. "I'm flying to New York," or "I'm going to London."
Another common question is about your bags. They might ask, "Do you have any bags to check?" This means luggage that goes under the plane.
If you do, you can say, "Yes, one bag." If you don't, you can say, "No, just a carry-on."
Carry-on means the bag you keep with you. Again, very short answers are fine here.
Sometimes they'll ask about seating. Would you like a window seat or an aisle seat? Window seat is next to the window. Aisle seat is next to the walkway.
If you're not sure which one you want, it's okay to think for a second. You can say, "Window seat, please," or "Aisle seat, please."
After check-in, you'll hear new words like boarding pass and gate. Your boarding pass is the ticket you use to get on the plane. The gate is where you wait before boarding.
And here's a quick reassurance. If you don't understand something at the airport, you can always ask politely. Airport staff are used to helping international travelers.
That brings us to a very important travel skill, asking for help.
This is huge. Even fluent speakers ask for help when traveling.
A great polite opener is, "Excuse me," or "Sorry to bother you." Then you explain the problem. "I'm a bit lost. I'm looking for gate 23. I don't understand this ticket."
And if someone is speaking too fast, you can say, "Could you speak more slowly, please?" That sentence is incredibly useful.
After the airport, you usually need transportation, maybe a taxi, a bus, or a train.
In a taxi, one of the most useful sentences is, "Could you take me to this address, please?"
You can also show your phone or a piece of paper while you say it. Using words and gestures together is completely normal.
If you're using public transportation, you might ask questions like, "Does this bus go to the city center?" Or, "Is this the right train for the airport?"
And again, short questions are okay. Clear is better than complicated. Now let's move on to hotels. Checking into a hotel is another very common travel conversation. When you arrive at the front desk, they'll usually say something like, "Hi, how can I help you?"
This is your moment to say, "I have a reservation," or "I'd like to check in."
They'll probably ask for your name and your passport. Then they'll confirm how many nights you're staying. For example, "You're staying for 3 nights." You can say, "Yes, that's correct." Or, "Actually, it's 2 nights."
After that, they give you your room key and some information, breakfast times, Wi-Fi, or which floor your room is on.
If you don't catch everything, that's okay. You can say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "Could you write that down, please?"
Those are very normal requests. You're not being difficult, you're being clear.
Now, let's talk about confidence for a moment. A lot of learners think confidence comes from perfect English.
But it doesn't. Confidence comes from knowing a few key phrases and using them calmly.
Exactly. You don't need to understand every word. You just need to communicate your main idea.
Before we finish, let's do a gentle review. Imagine your whole trip from start to finish.
You arrive at the airport. You check in. You find your gate.
You ask for help if you need it. You take transportation into the city.
You check in to your hotel. You ask questions politely.
And through all of this, you're using simple, clear English.
Here's a small challenge for you. Next time you travel, try using just one English sentence with confidence.
Just one. That's enough to start building trust in yourself.
And remember, people want to help you. They're not judging your English.
They're listening to your meaning.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Keep practicing, keep traveling, and keep enjoying English.
We'll see you in the next episode of Easy English Ears.
And until then, safe travels.